Right then, here we are in the garden again. Not done this many times this year, been a bit busy. So if I don't do it now, I won't get a chance, because it is mid-October, leaves are falling off the trees, and I want to do an update, see where we got to in 2023, because even though it was a bit slow to get going this year, it's not been a bad year really. Yeah, if I sound a bit like Barry White in this video, it's because of just coming out the other end of man flu, and we all know how bad man flu is. There's just nothing like it. So yeah, let's take a look at the garden. So I'm going to start here at the back of the house. I'm going to call this bit "What's on your step, Shep?" Yeah, so a lot of Schlepfer Taiwaniana up there. I don't know how many there is altogether. I paid a £5 for them back in, I don't know, earlier this year, shall we say. They all look like dog shit, and now they look great. They're scattered around the place. There's a few of the ones that haven't done so well, like that one there. Yeah, they're all doing alright, and Manioc Grahamii, I've gifted a few, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've got 6 left, I think. Yeah, there might be another one elsewhere in the garden. Most of them in pots from a well-known tropical plant retailer. Brasseopsis, that's the other one, the big one, and that's Mitis, or Mitis as we say in Manchester. Fantasy peonies or something like that. What else we got? There's a lot of plants around here. Schlepfer Nova, I'm growing this as a pot plant now. This is doing quite well actually. This is Rhododendrofolia, and there's mate Macrophylla there in a pot. I can't climb up there, but it's doing really well. I thought that I'd got hammered during last winter, but it's bounced back, so that's really good. Bit of a result. There's another one there. This is seed grown from Mike Clifford. I saw it at a plant fair a couple of years ago. Little Rhododendrofolia there, needs potting on. Brasseopsis spada there, needs to pot that on as well. And a what are they called? Begonia. No, I forgot the name of that one. Gifted to me a few weeks back by Shane from Stoke. Thanks, Shane. And a seed grown. I have Tetrapanax there. I've got loads of Tetrapanax, but I got gifted this seed grown plant very recently. A little bit different because there's Steroidal Giant down there. Yeah, just a little bit different than maybe some of the others that we've got, and there's a lot of them in the garden. That's the I forgot what that's called now. Schlepfer digitata down there, looking a bit odd with the leaves, but this is another one somewhere, looking fine. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, from New Zealand. Brasseopsis bodonarii. Fargesia, I've got bamboos on the mind. Farfugium, the big one. Gigantium Espada again. And it's flowering. Yes. What do we do next? Another one of these bodonarii things. I like these, that's why I've got 2. Yeah. Some Berinda papyrifera divisions. There's another one of them, £5. Schlepferas, they're doing mighty fine. Schlepphera gracilis, that's got loads of flowers on it, but that one kind of gave up this year. So this survived outside. Yellow leaves down there, they'll come off. Survived outside in this area all last year because it's quite sheltered. Empty bed. There was a big Berinda in here, 7613, but that's elsewhere in the garden. I do like this passion flower. How cool is that? It's a little bit different because everyone does the regular passion flower. It's so cool, and it just covers all this area. Well, we've not used this lot much this year because it's been a tad wet. Let's have a look at this corner. Use a Lacio Carpa. Pilea, I think that's what it's called, isn't it? Insolescence, something like that. Not very hardy, flowering its head off. Done some cuttings, found that in the summer somewhere. Can't remember where, might have been Hardy Exotics. I did this one as well, so again, not very hardy, but done plenty of cuttings. My partner, the lovely Trace, chose that. Loads of shamrocks. I've not really been in here. You can still see some of the winter damage from last year. I'll get better access once the Musa disappear. Echium getting quite big. Yeah, it's always a gamble every year, but they're easy to get hold of, and worth a punt, as they say. You never know, they might just make it through. Jusqueya gigantea seedling. Ooh, they're going for silly money on eBay at the moment. Acacia something or other, I forgot its name, I am crap with names. Again, Trace picked this one up in the summer. Yeah. Butea eriospartha. Really kind of stunted growth in there. So we'll see. After that, I've had it with palms. Right. Well, as you can see, these things are pretty big, just for perspective. Excuse me. Yeah. So this lot got totally cut back to ground level last winter. No protection, just mulch on top of it, and yeah, as you can see, come back with a vengeance. They're doing pretty good, and that behind it is Phylostachys nigra, not flowering yet, so just gonna enjoy it while it still lives, and even when it's flowering, because it'll be flowering for a while. Trachycarpus Argesia scabrida. Probably worth mentioning at this point, sorry. Started a bamboo group a couple of months ago on Facebook called Bamboo UK, all about growing bamboo in the UK. So if you're part of that group, hello, hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not, have a look and see what we're doing. Berinda papyrifera, CS1046, work in progress, because it's a bit crowded in there, so you can see pickaxes and all sorts. We'll come back to that one at a later date. It's a work in progress. It should be a lot more upright than what it is as well. Yeah, it's just the way it's growing, so I'm taking quite a bit of it out. It'll take a few years to get itself back, and a plant that size has proved really hardy for me as well, as opposed to smaller plants, which we'll see shortly. Fargesia luther, robusta pingwoo, and Berinda frigidorum, another one of the key frustra plants, introductions I should say. Looking fantastic. Going to take some chunks of that out as well in spring. You can't beat taking the lower branches of Phylostachys aureole, sulcata, and I can't remember which one that is. I think it's Aureocolis. Oh, excuse me. Just planted this. This has been a problem corner. A few things have not grown very well here, so I piled a load of manure on, dug it in. This euphorbia was already there, so I put one of them John Phillips in, because they grow like stink, so hopefully that will fill that side of things up. Right, this is one of them grasses. It's just one like stem in a pot, and it's bloody massive. Luterio riparianus or something like that. Yeah, there's one in the front we'll see how it only went in part way through this year, so we'll see how that goes. Loads of Amicia Zygomaris and stuff like that here, and Musa Basju, again all got absolutely cut to the ground. What else is in here? Right, Barunda Paparifera CS1046. It put up 5 amazing culms last year, and all 5 got nuked by last year's winter wear. It's probably about -12 down here, but you know, it stayed all right. The rhizome's good, but it definitely got a battering. Put up 2 thin culms this year. Hopefully we'll have a mildish winter, but you know, it went -12, and I think it is pushing it with this one. So I know it's quite desirable, but you know, bear that in mind if you're going to spend big bucks on it, because it is not as hardy as some others. Schleffera rhododendrodrifolia there. Clear in that area at the back. You can't see it. There's a Nitida there. Fargesia Nitida. I'm going to take that out, I think. And I've been digging out some Huan Venzu from around the back there. I'm going to do something else up there. I've not decided. Another Nitida here. Loquats. Lots of Tetrapanax around here. So this is my Vivax bed, and the Vivax is starting to fill out in year 3 now, and it is really tall. So the idea with this bed was to fill it with other stuff whilst the Vivax got its feet going. There's Nicotiana, Metallic, Colocasia Metallica, there's an onset there. I don't know what's in here, there's all sorts. There's Tree Dahlia, I think, Dahlia Imperialis, and Canna Musifolia, and there's all sorts. This was an interesting one. There's an even bigger one elsewhere in the garden. I forget what they're called now. I'll come back to it when I get to the next one, because I'll remember the name, but them spiky things, yeah. Vicious. Nicotiana, we collect our own seed, and yeah, new edition. Bit of a ring thing going on. Break up the straight lines of the rest of the beds. What else? Right, Trachycarpus tachyle. Really slow, but it seems to be putting out a big one there. So yeah, a waggy there at the back. Spotty Gotty just coming to the end. Bob making his presence known elsewhere in the garden. Lots of Tetrapanax standard form. My standard form. Really like it here. Oh yeah, there's lots going on here. Fargesia Morelliae, which is pushing the wall down under there. But I'll deal with that in spring. Dead tree ferns, but we're leaving them in. That one, there's one around here somewhere. Where's it gone? Yeah, there's one under there. That's just gone to mush. But the others are still quite firm. I don't know. There's one over there, so we shall see. But the big addition is Gunnera Cryptica, as that's what they all are apparently. If it's not a definite Tinctoria, it's Cryptica. Bought this one, bought 3 of them actually. Trace got Gunnera OCD, I think, so we ended up with 3 of them. It's a long story, I'm not going to bother telling you on this video. Yeah, so one's gone in here, 2 are in the front. Yeah, so that should be interesting to see next year. And I don't know how many of these Tetrapanax I'm going to keep in, because there's loads of them. And here's Bob. Hey Bob. Stop eating grass. Come here. Say hello. Come and say hello. Come on. Fargesia scabrida. I need to do something with this area. Spring now. Colocasia Gaelenga Gengenensis. My favourite. Definitely my new favourite, that one. Schefflera Schwilliensis, which is staying in a pot. Willemi pine, lots of Rex and stuff. Just, I don't know what's going on here really. I need to do something next year. Kind of stick something else in there. What there is a Schlepphera chapana, but yeah, that was a watering or lack of watering incident. Schlepphera glabrescens, rest in peace. Right, yeah, totally cut to the ground last year. Steroidal giant there, it's massive. There's all sorts in here. You can't see it. It's Schlepphera taiwaniana back there. There is Thamnocalamus in there, which I'm going to take out. It's Thamnocalamus Crassinodus gossaincum. Right, and there's a bit going on here. Schlepphera alpina. There's 3 stems to that. There's one out there. Perfectly fine through last winter. And there's another taiwaniana. I've had Aralia elata. I need to get in and have a look what's going on, because it's going a bit nuts. You can see it up there. Distachys aurea holochrysra at the back, kind of behaving itself, and I can get my camera down to it. Aspidistra elata, perfectly fine through last winter. I really like this KR something or other. I will put it in the notes if I got the number. But that's doing really well. I tried to set some divisions off it, but a bit unsuccessful. It kind of all just fell apart, like bits of culms came out. So yeah, give it another go, I think. Phylostachys bambozoides castellonis. She looks okay. Yeah. Farfugium. There's loads of tetrapanax here. I need to decide what's staying, what's going. There's all sorts going on with Schleppheras. And if I remember rightly, there is a Farfugium down there in a pot. Yeah, still in a pot. I was going to plant it. I'm not going to plant it now. I'm going to put it in the greenhouse. But what a great plant! There's more Taiwanianas here. What is here? There's one there, and this one here, which has gone nuts with a late flush. This isn't a micro pot. This is seed grown, and looks absolutely amazing. Do look a little bit different. Yeah, everything's done really well. Nasturtiums are a pain. It's like they've got a half-life greater than plutonium, because no matter what you do, they're just everywhere, aren't they? Yeah. Nuts. Yeah, it's that time of the year, isn't it? All the leaves are coming down. What else is going on? There is a Chusquea cooleu at the back. Let's have a look, because it's done really, really well. We have this like black fence down the back here, because Bob likes to run up and down here chasing squirrels. Oh, there's a new comb coming up as well. This has done amazing. I'm going to fence this area off properly next year in spring. This is Bob's tunnel. Get all the weeds out and put some ground cover down, make it look a bit more tidy. But what an amazing plant. I do like this. Really, really nice. Highly recommended. Berinda there. I think that's Papyrifera. Don't know. I didn't buy the plant I bought. I didn't get, and I got this. And there's lots of small growth coming on that, which is really good, because it got split last year and it got a harsh winter. So I'm probably going to take that out in spring and split all that really nice small growth up so we can get some small plants going. So this bed last year was bed of total destruction thanks to the harsh winter we had. But yeah, it's come on, as you can see. It's packed to the rafters with plants. yeah, Schleffera Delavii Avant still doing well. Pink China absolutely loves it in here. Solanum Atropurpureum, I think this one is. It's so vicious. Yeah. So we're opening the garden next year on the NGS, and I don't think I'll have this plant in this position. Yeah, it's nuts. It's so vicious. Yeah, there's a lot of pink China in here. There's Aurelia Velata Variegata, or the other one. Farfugiums, there's a lot of them. There's a big kangaroo apple that went up in the middle, which is looking a bit shitty now. End of the year for that one. Tetrapanax. These are just huge. This is, without a doubt, my favourite plant this year. Colocasia Gaelengenginensis. I think that's how you say it. Nobody says it right. Yeah, absolutely stunning. And massive. Just huge. And I've never seen a Colocasia put out so many stolons. Incredible. There's noise in the background. I think they're sweeping the road, resurfacing. Schleffera, this is the one from Pan Global, where it was Schleffera Af, not Chapana, but seems to be doing well. So there's quite a lot of Taiwaniana in here. They're all buried at the moment, but hopefully when everything kind of drops back a little bit, they will provide a little bit of winter interest. Look at the size of that pink China. It's just massive. Huge. Schleffera Bodenerii flowering. Need to get that out. I did have here one of them big Ricinus Katie that David Rumbold sells. They are enormous, but unfortunately it kind of blew over in some bad winds. Yeah, really like these. Solanum, big one, big leaves. It got a bit battered by the big Ricinus, but yeah, this is a firm favourite of ours. That Schleffera alpina there, really like that. There is a Rhododendrodrifolia in there. There's a Taiwaniana with a dog piss guard around it. It's got dogs peeing up it. Yeah, there's a Rhododendrodrifolia in there, and begonias and all sorts. Colocasia metallica, mentioned it before, it's the only Colocasia we grow that we dig up. I have got this at 2 meters tall in the front garden. It's massive. I mean, that's probably about 5 foot. Blechnum chilense, gifted from Simon Opin's garden. Yeah, Jubea chilensis. Very kind of, you can still see, because it's so slow growing, you're still going to see the damage from last winter. Right, and this thing is just something else. Onset Hiniba, bought it off Yorkshire Chris last year, and I think he lost some of his, or quite a few of his as well, over winter. I kind of feel guilty having this one. No, I don't. I'm sure I've just seen something about him propagating new ones. Yeah, it's still in the ground. It's going to be a bit cold this weekend, but I'm going to leave it. I think it'll be fine. I know a lot of people going quickly into panic mode. Well, yeah, so we're quite pleased with this. So let's see what's left over winter, and probably fill a few gaps in, because I've got some Mahonias I want to put in. I actually planted 15 or 17 Mahonia soft caress this year. and you just disappear in a garden this size. Yeah, so that's the garden as you know it. We've got a new area now. So we made a new bed this year. Took another piece of lawn out. Just gives us more to walk around, and yeah, I think it was a good decision. And yeah, I wanted like to create a walkway down here and eventually create a bamboo tunnel. As you can see, it's starting to form now, even early on, with the Bambozoides, and this one, whose name I couldn't remember, it's KR 7346, which is growing really, really well. You can see the branches on that, it's really loads of little branches at the nose. And this one, we'll talk about that in a minute. I forget what that's called, it's Spotty Dotty without the spots. There's a couple of Sclephora taiwaniana in here, that's like the evergreen side, and Sclephora alpina, and there's another alpina there. Mahonia soft caresses dotted about, and Indocalamus tessellatus, because it's like right in the middle of the well, not in the middle, but a bit of a focal point of the garden. I wanted to make sure there was plenty of evergreens in here, because there's lots of colocasias. And that colocasia, the best colocasia. Bigger Indocalamus tessellatus there, and Schlephoras. And there is, down in the middle, Brunera, I think it's called Silver Heart or something like that. The leaves are massive. More Mahonia. Yunnan 2, which is not in the best place. Bit of a cock-up plant in that there, but we'll leave it there for now. It does get quite big, that. I can move stuff easy enough, but I'm not going to move that. The pink china can move, that's easy enough. And it's getting pretty close to a Sclephora, but we shall see. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be fine for a couple of years at least. So yeah, dog piss guard. Yeah, Sclephora delavii event. Wanted one here to match the one over there. Was doing something around there a few weeks ago. Yeah, the smell of ammonia was so strong, knew straight away what it was, and the plant's just gone downhill since then. Yeah, a bit pissed off about that, but it's one of those things, I guess. Begonia Toro, is it? Toro, yeah, the big one. Only planted that kind of part way through the year. Always worries me when I see water around here sat on leaves. I think it's the dog, but he can't get in there. Right then, so this bamboo. This is the one I moved from the raised bed outside near the back door. Berinda KR 7613. I saw this at Ness Gardens a few weeks ago, and it does get big. And it's got plenty of room here. It can pretty much have all this end of the bed, because everything else is easily moved. But it'll take a few years, and I'm not going to let it go absolutely nuts. You know, we'll take some bits out if it starts spreading around a little bit. It does need weeding around here. Wow. Yeah, I think it was originally introduced as Berinda papyrifera, but it isn't. There's reasons for that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I was reading something by Mike Bell from about 10 years ago, and he said, yeah, incorrectly referred to as Berinda papyrifera. I just noticed it's actually still shooting. The thing with this, we meant to move it for ages, and there was never a right time, because it just kept shooting, putting new culms up, and then we've had a few casualties from the move. But it seems to have settled in now. It's been in here, I don't know, 8 weeks probably now, and it seems to have settled down, and I managed to get a division off it as well. So yeah, we're going to let that do its own thing. I think it'll look absolutely stunning once it settles in. It's had plenty of goodies dumped on top of it. Wow, I need a weed. Didn't realise how bad it was. The only thing that's probably going to stay here is, well, will stay here, is this waggy. And that's coming out, because that's a very sad looking princeps, but this one's staying. I'm going to protect that over winter. So a random ginger which I grew from seed for SDI, I think it is. But yeah, that Berinda can wander around a little bit. Anyway, it's not going to wander, the clump's just going to expand. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing that grow over the next few years. I might just plant a couple of evergreens between. I've got loads of them Taiwanese, so I might lob some of them in there. So yeah, that's the new bed. Quite pleased with it because it kind of works well with everything else that's going on. You might notice need to mow the lawn, but getting some decent dry weather to mow it is hard work. It's just not happening at the moment. But yeah, it's kind of all coming together pretty well, I think.